If you wanna have a chuckle, then there's no need to fret. With us you'll have a good time that you'll never forget. Sit back and forget all about your student debt with the USD Improv Club. If you're looking for some people who can make you laugh, let me make a suggestion on your behalf. The Improv Club at USD is fun and a half, so take a listen and enjoy the show.
Hey guys, welcome to the USD Improv Club podcast. I'm Lizzie.
I'm Parker.
And I am Kyle.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
what's new in your guys'
Yeah.
week?
Oh.
Chaos, snow, lots of sirens. You know, the usual.
There's been a lot of sirens lately.
What?
Yeah,
Chaos, lots of sirens?
lots and lots of sirens.
Are you a police officer?
I wish I wasn't.
Oh, dang.
I live on Cherry Street. Of course I'm going to hear every single siren that comes by.
Yes.
And say, you should know this, Parker.
Yes. As it comes up in every podcast that Kyle and I are on together, Kyle is in the room I used to live in.
Yeah,
That's not weird.
still smells like
It's
you,
not.
but that's besides the point.
It's not weird at
When
all.
you comment how it still smells like you, it's a little weird.
Oh, it still smells like me?
I don't know, honestly.
What do I smell like?
Do you want the whole internet to know about that or no?
Yeah, because I'm releasing the perfume line later, so like...
All right,
You know.
well, it smells like death and lots of sweat.
Yeah.
It sounds just like what you smell like.
Memories. Oh, beautiful. How was your week, Lizzie?
Not really, not a whole lot happened, to be honest. I lost my phone in the snow for about 2 hours today, but I found it.
Wait, it was in the
Yeah.
snow?
It was in the snow.
How did
Nice.
that happen?
Like, I was getting out of my car to like help defrost my windows, and I like thought I heard something fall, but I didn't see anything, and then I didn't know where my phone went, and so I was like, is it in my car, is it not? So I had to like track it, and yep, it was just sitting in the snow.
For 2 hours?
Yeah, because we had practice, so I just left it.
You're lucky some like cat or crow didn't like grab it and
Well, you couldn't
Start
see, like
sending
it was
illicit
actually like
messages.
buried in the snow.
ugh.
One of those. Gotcha.
I've lost something in the snow. I forget what it was. I think it was like a book or something like that, where it fell and like got buried in a pile of snow, and I didn't find it till next spring. You know how like some police departments do with bodies.
Yeah.
Mm. Just
Yeah.
like how police officers do it.
I'm kind of
Just
surprised
like-
it's not used more in like more crime shows.
I
They're
feel
always,
like it.
in someplace warm.
I don't watch many crime shows though. You know, like I watch not that. I don't watch none that CSI, none of that CIA. I don't know. Is it only there's another acronym one.
NCIS.
The NCIS, I know that one.
NCIS. No CSI, no
Uh-huh.
NCIS. I don't watch no Ice Cube. I don't watch no
Ice
no
Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube's on those shows.
Oh, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
He's on like the Law and Order SVU.
Shows you how much I am up to date with my cop flicks.
I don't like true crime. That's not true. I like true crime, but I don't engage with it at such a volume that many of today's
Yeah.
suburban mothers do. You know what I mean?
I know my mom she has been into that CIA. Was it like Chicago? I think it's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like one in Los Angeles or Chicago now, and then I think there's one in New York.
Oh yeah, they
I
got
think there
them
was,
all over the
I
country.
thought that
They're
one
all
was
over.
canceled.
Which one?
I thought New York was canceled.
Yeah, because like New York is a boring setting, you know? You can only do so much.
Mhm.
That's ridiculous to me that they would cancel one and not like all of them at once.
it come to the realization, it's like, wait a minute, we already have 3 different installments of this. Why do we just cancel the whole series in general? Because it's going to be the same thing, just different location.
Is it like a cinematic universe? Like, are there
think
crossovers?
so. I think a lot of their like not their main actors, but like the side characters sometimes like go from different ones.
Yeah, that's a cinematic universe though.
Yeah.
If it's connected. So does that mean, because those shows have been on for like 10, 15 years. Like those have been around for a while. So does that mean that we're like slowly, even like super slow burn building towards an Infinity War style event for the NCIS and SCSI shows?
Oh, God.
Where they have like a singular like killer or criminal that gets all of them together in an Avengers style kind of thing, and then kills half of them at the end, and then you gotta wait a whole year to find out how they guys that fucking nope.
I think we're figuring.
Hope not, because to me that kind of ruined like the DC TV shows for me. Is that they were just trying too hard to connect all of them, and so like you had to watch like each one to know what was going on.
Oh, you mean the ones on the CW?
Yeah.
With the Flash and the Superwoman and Arrow.
Yeah.
Arrow, Green Arrow, Green Lantern.
I love the Arrow show. I've never seen it, but I had a buddy in high school that really liked it, and he would talk a lot about how hot the guy was. Because he's really attractive. He's like, and I didn't know this. Okay, so like Green Arrow, right? Green Arrow's whole thing is that he shoots bows. And that's his thing. And he shoots like funny arrows with boxing gloves on them, but a lot of, apparently, and I didn't know this until my friend was telling me about the TV show, is that his backstory is that he was rich and then he got stranded on a deserted island. And that's how he got really good at shooting bows.
Okay, but the thing that bugs me about that show is that they kept trying to add more and more into his backstory. Like he was gone 4 or 5 years, and it starts off where like everyone just thinks he's stranded on an island, but turns out like he's been going all across the world, like killing other people for other people, like all this crap. But then they're like, I don't know, it got to the point where I'm like, okay, you can't fit, like each episode it had something from his backstory that we never knew before, and here it's relevant.
Like Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, you can't fit that all into 5 years just to make one episode fit.
And that's the thing too, is like when back on Fox when they had Gotham going on, like that was really good. Parker, don't do this to me.
What? Well,
I saw that face.
I smiled.
No, it was a good series. Like it was the whole how like young Bruce Wayne and him going up into being the Batman. It was like, and then at that point, it's like you can only do so much because like after his parents die, and then everything transpires after that.
After his parents die, it's like you blew your load, right? Like at that point, you got to do like a transition, like a montage into him getting the butler and everything. Like, yeah. I don't know. I heard about Gotham, and I heard that it was like because Batman's not in it until like the last little bit of it, like the last.
Pretty much like the last episode and the last like 10 or 15 minutes, you actually get Batman himself.
Okay. Wait. So he is in the rest of the show.
Like on the last episode of the entire series.
Gotcha. But Bruce Wayne is not in most of that show, right?
He is from time to time.
Characters.
Yeah, Gordon is pretty much the main character of the whole entire series.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When they did the Penguin, did they put him in a fat suit and make him only 3 fingers and have him talk like wank, wank?
No, they didn't do that. He was pretty much introduced right away, and he was like some servant to a gang lord. And then pretty much he's pretty much just shot at a pier and just thrown into the Gotham pier.
And then he was raised by penguins.
No, and then he came back.
Where did the Penguin go?
Because he was named, his nickname in it was Penguin. He was
Okay.
still Cobblepot,
Yeah.
but it's just that the gang lord gave him the name of Penguin, in which he hated.
Okay. But did
It
he
was
have
it
an
was a
umbrella?
weird. What?
Did he have an umbrella that fired tear gas?
No. He used actual modern day weaponry.
Did he have a big crooked nose?
No.
Did he have a top hat?
No.
Then that's not the Penguin.
It was
Then
so
that- then
weird.
that's- That's just a
It's
dude
not-
that's calling himself Penguin. Like that's.
He had the waddle though. He had the waddle.
Oh, he had the waddle.
He at
How
least
did he have
had
the waddle?
Because I think he was in a gang fight and he broke, and his ankle got broke, and so his foot was like sideways the entire time.
I'm sorry. I just.
Yeah, I know.
Something that I'm not a fan of when they do these superhero things is trying to make them like realistic and gritty and grounded. It's like that's not why I watch superhero things. I watch superhero things to watch dudes fly through the air and punch dudes really hard. not like when you take the Penguin, whose whole thing is that he's tiny, he's shaped like an egg. He talks and he goes whack whack all the time, and he has a top hat and an umbrella he floats through the air on. When you reduce that to just like a gang thug with a limp, nah, that's not fun. I don't enjoy that. That's like if they made a remake of Godzilla and they turned him into like just a big lizard, like that was only like 6 feet long, and then it's like, oh, he's destroying us through his radiation poisoning or something. Like there's probably a Godzilla movie out there that does that. I don't know.
There probably is.
That'll
Remakes.
just be the new one versus King Kong.
You do want to see the new one?
No, it'll just be a big lizard as Godzilla
Versus King Kong. And for King Kong, it's just like that guy from SpongeBob that's in a gorilla suit.
Yep.
Now I would watch that.
Yeah. Oh man, what were we talking about before we got on the CW tangent? Yeah,
Crime
CSI.
shows.
Yeah, CSI, NCIS.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
CSI and CIS. Yes, I think I could play a body on that show.
I think I could.
I think anyone can, really.
Nah, man, they got an audition process.
That's
You got-
the weird part.
You have to be good at not breathing.
You gotta be
Which
good at holding your breath for long periods of time.
I don't have a lot of practice at not breathing. I spend most of my time breathing, so I'm already at a disadvantage there.
Mm.
But I don't know. I think I can do it.
Yes, I had to play a dead body in one of the plays we did for one act in high school, and I was murdered on stage, and then I had to stay there for 2 minutes, and I did barely breathe, I muffled it, and I had my eyes open the entire time because I was staring right at the audience. We did good that year.
Did you not blink?
Huh?
Did you not blink?
Nope.
Let's see
I
it.
don't know if I could ever do it
That's
again,
it.
but that sucked.
Let's see it.
That's
Man.
I think that's one of the
This
requirements
is a
of being a dead body.
podcast. It's supposed to emphasize our voices.
Yeah, but we're also recording our faces.
And there's a face
So-
cam. We got this.
So I think, Lizzie, my challenge to you is to go as long as you can without blinking for the rest of this podcast.
Oh, let's not.
That's my challenge. If you don't pick it up, then you're just going to make this podcast kind of boring for the viewer, which I guess is,
Or I
I
just
bet-
bribe Ryan to
I
cut.
bet the viewer would really like to watch you go as long as you can without blinking. And I think you should give the people what they want.
All right.
So we
Well,
were talking about crime shows. What?
I'll do it if you do it.
I was about to say I have a scene idea, but that works.
You have a scene. Let's do this.
I
I'm
have
getting
a
ready.
scene.
I'm
All
getting.
right,
Oh,
I have a
okay.
scene. I have a scene. All right.
You are blinking so much.
I'm getting ready.
All right. Yeah, I am here to audition for the dead body on NCIS.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah. Hi.
Can you please lay down for us?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Now a lot of our dead bodies are in weirder positions than that.
Mhm.
Is that going to be a problem?
I mean, I was a cheerleader in high school, so I'm pretty flexible.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah, I can probably bring my leg all the way up to my. Eh.
Oh,
How's that?
very
That work?
nice.
That work?
That works
No.
beautifully.
Okay.
Now it says on your resume that you can hold your breath for 8 minutes.
Yeah. I was doing a bet. I think it was when I was. Oh yeah, it was when I was in college, and it was like one of those drunken nights, and it was like, oh, I bet you can't hold your breath more than 5 minutes. It's like, okay, bet. And so I just jumped into the pool, and apparently it was like 8 minutes later. It was like, oh, yeah.
So you are aware that we will have to test this, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's like, you have like $5 just to give me like some motivation to do it, or
Well, if you get the job, then you'll
Mhm.
get paid a lot more than that.
okay.
Like a whole $10.
A whole $10.
A
Oh,
whole
geez,
$10.
that was more than what I got. Okay. I'll okay. Ready?
Okay.
Just say get that timer ready. You ready?
Oh, it is ready.
Okay. Here we go.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
I have been waiting for 20 minutes for my audition.
That is wonderful. We really like those patient types.
I have not been breathing, and I have not been blinking, and my doctor pronounced me legally dead this morning in preparation.
Oh my God. You got the job.
Yes!
Wait, what?
He's legally. I mean, we're looking for a dead body. He was pronounced dead. It's like the
Yeah,
next
I heard that.
best
But
thing
I mean,
using
like,
a real dead
6:48
body.
this morning. Dead.
You may breathe now, sir.
okay.
I cannot.
Wait,
Oh, you were talking to him. I'm sorry.
oh,
Either of you
okay.
could breathe now. You can both blink. Or can you not do that either? Sir, are you actually dying?
I think he actually is dying.
So someone check his pulse.
We may need to get a doctor or something.
There is no heartbeat here. Oh.
But there's no heartbeat. How is he speaking to us?
I don't know. Do we have a zombie?
Oh, my eyes hurt.
Sir,
What, sir?
blink your eyes.
Okay. I'm stopping it.
Ah!
That was both entertaining and worrisome.
I didn't do very long. I think my record was like maybe a minute and a half in that. But it is the current rating record on this podcast episode, Lizzie.
To be fair, every time I did it, I had this bright light I just stared at, which is not good. You should
No,
not
it's
do
very
that.
bad.
That's very bad.
It was the only thing I could focus on.
That's probably why you need glasses.
No, I needed glasses since the 4th grade.
Oh.
I had trouble reading the alphabet on the top of the room, and I started crying. My teacher was like, yeah, we should talk to your mom.
I remember when I first realized I couldn't read. I just bawled and bawled.
I said I actually do remember having glasses at one point. I say it may not look like it when you guys have met me when I was I actually did used to have glasses back in the 4th grade when I was having a hard time reading those old school projectors I was just hang on the ceiling and whatnot. It's those are it was so blurry in my eyes, and then got my eyes checked. It's oh yeah, this kid's gonna need glasses. And I would say now more than maybe a month or two later, my eyes fixed itself, and it's wow, that was a nice $150 visit to the eye doctor just so I can have glasses for 1 month for about a month.
Did you not get like enough sugar or anything?
I think that's what it was.
Because that can cause like blurry vision and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like
That's what I was
having
thinking is what it
low blood
was.
sugar?
Huh?
You know, like having low blood sugar?
Well, like if you don't have enough caffeine or enough sugar in you, like less than what your body is used to, it affects your eyesight. Like
Huh.
my brother like used to drink like so much Mountain Dew like every single day that he's like, I should really cut down, and like went cold turkey. Yeah, he literally could not see. Like he had all these bright lights, he couldn't see anything. We had to take him to the doctor and like, get caffeine in you. It was a little,
How long? Wait, so he's trapped. So he can never he can never stop drinking Mountain Dew, or else he won't be able to see.
it was kind of yes, but it was also more so just he went from having so much to having none. That
Mm.
was just such a drastic change for him.
Like that episode of Drake and Josh where Drake stops eating junk food and then it makes him break out in hives.
Yeah, honestly.
So that's real.
Science.
A little bit.
Science.
At least
So
for
my
your vision.
mom-
I don't know about like hives, but
So my mom was wrong, and I was right to keep eating all those Cheetos.
I mean, you can slow it down, just don't do it all at once.
Mm.
That was so weird though. It's like, now that you mention all that stuff and whatnot, it's like, I really didn't know what my diet was when I was a child anyways. Lots of sugar.
Proves that you should never do anything
Caffeine.
cold turkey because it will mess your body up.
Oh, definitely.
No, you should never what? Quit anything cold turkey?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like cigarettes. I feel like your health only improves.
It will improve, but it's gonna be really hard if you go from like a bunch of packs a day to none right away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no smoking expert. I know a couple people that have quit cold turkey and it worked for them.
Were they like, how many packs a day were they on?
Like one.
See, that's not as bad, but like if you go from like 12 packs to no packs,
12 packs?
some people do that.
I know someone
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
3. And I figured that was the upper echelon. Because how many are in a pack? Like,
10 maybe?
look at us. This is how
Maybe-
successful anti-smoking campaigns have been, is that we don't know how many cigarettes are in a pack.
I'd say if you have to give like a rough estimate, maybe like 10 or 12, depending
I don't
upon the
even
brand,
look it up.
really. As in, like,
I
I don't even know off the top of my head, and I work at a gas station.
this is how many cigs?
To be fair, Kyle, we're not supposed to open the packages.
That is true.
There's 20 cigarettes in a pack.
Dang.
Every pack?
So 20.
That seems high.
It
I
does.
think there's that many in
What?
an average pack.
What? Wait, hold on. Why are we trusting you guys who've never smoked over the Google results?
Let's say my dad's family are smokers, so I have a little bit of knowledge, but not where I've done it myself.
Just
Okay, I'll do
looking at the
Marlboro.
boxes and the size of a cigarette, it doesn't seem
Marlboros have 25 cigarettes a pack.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When I hear 3 packs a day, that's someone who's really, really bad.
To be honest, 3 packs is not the worst I've heard.
No, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But like, I think 3 packs is like, that's a lot. All right. Okay, everyone. Well, if you would just come on in, have a seat. Have a seat. I'm so happy that everyone could make it to this AA meeting. Why don't we go around the circle and introduce ourselves? Philip, why don't you go?
Yeah. I'm Philip. I am 22, and I have a craving addiction to packing peanuts.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mhm.
James?
Yeah, I'm James, and I'm kind of addicted to eating things I shouldn't. It's a little broad, but
You can just say what the things are, James. Come on, we're all safe here.
well, like every time the trend changes, I have to try it out. So like the Tide Pods, like that was really interesting. And like honestly, man, packing peanuts were pretty good. And
Oh no,
I
no,
would-
we don't want to. No, James, we're not encouraging here. We're healing. Okay. Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor,
Yeah.
would you tell everyone your problem?
Yeah. I am Trevor, and I am addicted to having multiple personalities.
Yes, Trevor. See, Trevor is strange because
Yeah.
he doesn't have multiple personalities, but he's addicted to acting as though he does.
Yeah.
oh man, I think
Uh,
my sister had that.
And then Keith. Keith, would you?
Yes, I'm Keith. And
Hello, Keith. Hello.
Hi, Keith.
Oh,
Hi,
thanks.
Keith. Yeah.
I'm kind of addicted to stealing things.
That's very common, Keith. What's the worst thing you've stolen?
I stole a heart.
Oh, that Keith, you're such a romantic.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It was mutual.
Of course. Geraldine, would you please stand up and?
Yeah. Yeah. I am Geraldine. I pretty much very very addicted to collecting coasters. There's a lot of coasters. It pretty much just turned. I had it was a collection at one point, and then pretty much it just went on from there. My
Geraldine,
my house is now pretty much just full of coasters.
We're going to get you the help that you need, Geraldine. And for all of
Thank
you
you.
wondering, no, Geraldine doesn't steal coasters from restaurants. That would be ridiculous. She steals roller coasters from theme parks. And then lastly, one of our new members, excuse me, Mr. Froggerton?
It's forgotten, but thank you.
I'm sorry, Froggerton. And it says here that you're addicted to shaking babies. Is that?
I mean, it's only happened like 3 times, but I guess it was enough to put me here.
But they did ban you from the baby store, didn't they?
Only one of them knows about it.
Mr.
So, like-
Froggerton, you're here in a safe space, okay? We're all here to learn and to heal. Trevor, why don't you tell Mr. Froggerton your experience?
Yeah, man. Yeah. There was one point where, I was in an acting class, and then it's like, oh, sometimes, you just got to get into different personalities, try to become someone else. And then pretty much as that time went on, I started developing, hey, why not just do different personalities all the time? And then I told myself, I was like, hey, there's a lot of personalities. And then I got myself, I was like, yeah, there is a lot of personalities. And then at that point, as soon as I took this acting class, I took the acting pretty much towards pretty much my entire life, man.
That's
pretty much what's happened.
Beautiful, Trevor, beautiful. Now, Mr. Froggerton, why don't you tell us about your personal journey?
Well, it kind of started off when I was younger. My parents had another kid when I was like 12. And all I ever spent time with were like animals. So I just assumed shaking was okay. Turns out you're not supposed to shake animals. Didn't know that.
No.
Kind of shook my sister a little bit too much.
Because animals are not what, Mr. Froggerton? They are not maracas. That's right.
Oh, maracas.
Maracas.
Yes.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Geraldine knows a lot about maracas, don't you, Geraldine?
Yeah. I had a lot of collections of maracas too, and then I was like, you know what? Let's take up a new hobby and collect all these coasters, because like there's a lot of different coasters. Like you got, the ones that look like pigeons. You got the ones that will look like bananas. It's like there's so many different ones. It's like you just gotta collect them all. It's just like Pokemon.
Yes.
You gotta collect them all.
Tragic. Mr. Froggerton, do you feel you have to collect all the babies and shake them?
No, I don't feel like I need to like collect them. Like I understand they're not mine, but I think every baby deserves a good shaking.
I see. Well, we're going to help you through this, Mr. Fergerton. Me and Keith and Trevor and Geraldine and everyone. We're all going to help, aren't we?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll see you all here next week.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Hooray.
Let me tell you, Jody seems like a very good fellow. No, it was Trevor. Trevor was the one that had the whole split personality.
Yes. Trevor
seemed like a very nice.
was
He seemed like a
addicted.
very nice guy. He was a very interesting fellow per se.
Really deep character that you could really sink your teeth into there, Kyle.
Yeah. Even though I do sometimes struggle with multiple personalities.
Do you?
I have a lot of
that you need, Kyle.
Let's say there's a lot of characters that I have played in my time that yet have to surface in any sort of improv performance.
Really?
Yes, actually.
Like who, Kyle?
Oh, let's see here. There's multiple voices and stuff I could do.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Let's do this. Air out some characters that we have that we don't get.
All right. Well, there's always this one that has like a little bit of a lisp, and like I'm like a small little child. My mother told me what to do. It's like, no, I don't have to. Like very, very rebellious. And trying my best not to have a little Donald Trump impersonation.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
It's like borderline is what it is. If anything, it's like a terrible Trump impression.
I like to think I have a pretty good Patrick Warburton impression. Maybe not everyone knows that actor, but like Kronk. Yeah, I like to think, I can maybe throw him out there every once in a while. Yeah. Oh, Yzma. Oh, the potion for Cusco.
I've
maybe
heard
a little
that
bit
voice so many times, and I never made the connection until now.
I've spent a lot of time trying to learn that one because I was like, I feel like I could maybe do it all right, but it's
All right, so you got old Joe here he's in my wheelchair. Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah. Lizzie, what about you? Hit us with the stuff you don't get to break out.
With the what?
The stuff you don't get to break out in character games.
This is all of it.
Then go.
I just did one.
I'm
a lot of them.
bad at character games, and everyone knows it.
Give us your original OC. Do not steal.
I don't have one. Like,
Kyle, you got another?
Oh, I actually do have a Trump impression, but pretty much it was borderline and whatnot.
Yeah, Trump impressions.
Hey, you really need to make sure that all the Americans know that the wall must be built around and everything must resolve around me.
I feel
like the most important person of all of the
Yes.
USD Improv Club. Make sure you check them out. They're fantastic. Let me tell you.
Fantastic. I feel like Trump impressions are kind of cheating though, because it's like,
yeah,
I feel like they're pretty I feel like Lizzie could do a Trump impression. Lizzie.
nope.
Anyways, I feel like because all you gotta do is you just gotta talk a little bit lower, talk a little bit softer, put some vocal fry on there, and then say things like "huge," and that's it. But I kind of hate it because during when that all started, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this because this might be getting into politics, but it's more about comedy than politics. When it started, I used to watch Stephen Colbert's show a lot, and then he started doing this thing where he would read the president's tweets out loud in the impression. And that was funny like the first or second time. And then it got not funny at all because oh dude, just like hearing it over. I remember when UCB came to talk and performed here and then talked to us afterwards, we asked them what they thought about Trump becoming president, because it's like, that was a big thing for comedy, is like, well, he's ridiculous. He's a cartoon person. And no matter whether you support the dude or not, like he's always been sort of someone who's been made fun of. And then so it was like, now that he's president, does that make comedy easier? And UCB, who are professional comedians, were like, no, we're so tired of having him be the suggestion at our shows, of having to make jokes about him instead of anyone else. The way that they put it is Donald Trump has become the new pineapple. It's the new thing that audiences just always start shouting when we ask for a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Ryan can use any of that in the podcast, for sure.
I'm so scared to do any like impersonations, because like during practice, like my mind just goes blank. Like I try so hard when I'm by myself, and then I get there and like around people, and I got nothing. My mind's like, you don't know how to do any of these. You've never even heard one. And I'm like, I've heard these accents. How do I do it? Like,
you gotta get some confidence in it. You just gotta go for it.
I need
Just watch a
to
compilation
have
of one
someone
character.
have like one-on-one time with me and like let me know how to make my mouth do things, because I don't know how to use it.
I don't think that helps, honestly. Like
Mm-mm.
like for me, just learning to do like dumb voices and crap, I literally I'll look up a YouTube tutorial if I'm super stumped, but most of the time, like Kyle said, you just look up videos of the person or character talking, and you just keep trying until you eventually make a noise that sounds like them. Like I can't do a Kermit. I don't have a Kermit.
You can't do Kermit the Frog?
No, I cannot do the Kermit. I cannot get the voice up, like, because it's like up back in your throat. I feel
it's like right around here.
I like hear people say like what part of like their like throat they focus on. I don't know how to do that. Like,
see that. But like the only way to learn is just to do, because if you sit down with someone like one-on-one, like that's what I'm gonna tell you is like put your throat up here, or put your voice up here, or put it forward. Like I don't know. I used to try and practice a lot of impressions when I was younger. Now I just focus on trying to do like funny voices as opposed to impressions. Because I used to try and do like a lot of Christopher Walken. But weirdly, the way that I learned it is through a video making fun of the Mortal Kombat character Smoke, and how Smoke looks like if Christopher Walken were a ninja. And so I learned the Christopher Walken phrase, "They can't see me in the darkness." That's it. And that's not even a good impression anymore. Used to be better, but now it's not. And then like, I don't know, man. Kyle, what do you do to learn a voice?
I just do it, honestly. You look up like compilations of like a character you want to try and do it, and you just constantly listen and hear their voice until then eventually like you keep going, and then all of a sudden you can start doing their voice.
Yeah.
I feel like half the time I don't even like, I forget what my own voice sounds like, and then I like listen back to it and I'm like, nope, that's not.
But that's different though.
Yeah.
Well, like it's different, but then like I'll be thinking I'm doing a voice, and then I like hear it back and I'm like, I didn't change a single thing. Like I sound completely normal. Like I don't.
Well, the only way to get better is just to keep, because like the person that is like a huge like maybe not hero, but like someone I really look up to in comedy is Bill Hader. And Bill Hader does like so many great impressions, and he didn't start doing them until his SNL audition. And like he learned all of his impressions in the span of like less than a year. And before that he just liked to do funny voices, and then when he walked into his SNL audition they said, "Hey, do you do any impressions?" And he went, "No." And he was like, this is an old Italian man that I overheard at a restaurant once. And then he started doing that. And then as he's gone, and now he's like one of the best impressionists that SNL has ever had. So like, it's never too late to learn.
Yes, yeah. The one impressionist that I actually do listen to is Frank Caliendo. He does really good. He's done like what is it? He's done like John Madden. He's done.
Wait,
Yeah,
I do know this guy.
yeah.
I do know this guy.
And it's like he's done like a lot of impressions.
Now, what this
He's
team's
really good.
gonna want to do is get the ball to the other end of the field. Really, John? Wow. Yeah.
But John Madden has like that raspier voice to it. It's like, oh, you gotta get the football to the other side of the football, to get to the NFL.
That's pretty good. I see, but to me, where the fun comes in is doing impressions of people that you know personally.
Oh yeah.
I used to work on, I don't really anymore, but I used to work on having an impression of everyone in the improv group.
How many people did you get?
I used to do Ian. I used to do Rachel. I still do Matt, but not, I don't know. Matt's just like, ooh, hey guys, or like something like that.
Yeah, that's
it's
pretty
like,
much Matt.
Like those sorts of noises while you leave the room. Like that's that's Matt. And I feel like more of those sorts of impressions are getting like body like movements down and just like getting like people's mannerisms down and that kind of thing.
Like you get into being the character.
Yeah, because especially when someone doesn't have a very distinct voice, like then all you can do is just like try and do your best and then like walk around a scene like them.
I know like at one point a bunch of us were like making impressions of you.
Yeah, I'm very easy. I feel like
like it's easier with like people you know because like I guess for like most of the people in improv, like none of us have like a super distinct voice. So it's mostly just saying what they say and then just changing your body language. Well, like people with like famous like voices, yeah, that's where I'm completely lost.
I know that there's a lot more. The other thing too is that I know that there's like a weird divide between male and female impressionists. Because male impressionists usually have like the much lower range, so they can do a lot more of that kind of stuff. But then there's female impressionists that can do insane stuff, like Melissa Villaseñor, who's also on SNL. She does incredible impressions of a lot of different famous women and men. So I don't know. It's a weird and it's odd because it's like, why would you devote so much time and effort into just sounding like somebody else? But I don't know. I think it's fun.
It pays off for the comedy.
It pays off.
What it is.
Get better at accents. I don't know.
Can you roll your
I struggle to talk in general, so.
Can you roll your R's?
No.
Wow, that can be a big problem, I feel like, for a lot of accents.
Well, because like I used to take speech class where like not like normal speech where you have to give speeches, but because I couldn't pronounce certain like letters, and I did that for my R specifically until 6th grade.
Oh yeah.
So like for quite a bit of time, I struggled.
Dang. Well, you learn to manipulate your R's into better, consonants. So I'm sure you can learn to manipulate your voice into different voices.
Yeah, because I'm still super great at saying anything with an R.
I don't know, man. I enjoy doing impressions. I don't know. Kyle, do you have any impressions of other improvisers?
I'm gonna say not off the top of my head. Like I can do Matt, but Matt was honestly just pretty simple. It's like, I'm going over here now. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Haley, I don't know about that. Haley used to be just shouting expletives.
Yep.
So I can't do her on the.
Yeah, I was just about to, and I was like, I'm not allowed to say that.
No, you can't shout that on the podcast.
Ian, I'd say is just constantly screaming. That's pretty much
where it started. Nick is where it started for me. I feel like I've got a pretty hey. I feel like I used to. I haven't heard him talk in a while. But Vikings. And he's like, and he sits there.
He's just constantly
rubbing his freaking beard.
Yeah, like he has like this weird, like
I always hated
Oh,
like
yeah?
when he shaved because he still did it, and I was like,
Still
"You
do it.
have a
I'm sure-
beard."
This is probably so much fun for the viewer, us doing impressions of people they've never seen on YouTube.
Oh gosh.
This is fun for us.
If you're watching this on YouTube, just go back to our original performances. You know
Yeah,
what we're
just
talking
look
about.
up the other. Yeah,
There you
do your
go.
homework if you're gonna watch this podcast. You animals.
I feel like Dylan is kind of easy to do because most of the time he's just like, "Oh, like that's what we're doing." Like he just
Yeah, and
doesn't get
hands
it,
on his
and then all of a sudden
hips.
it's like
Oh, I see. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
he just
'Cause he
always has
does-
that like
he does-
stunned
he'll
look,
go,
like
loud, and then he'll go really soft, and he'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I will put that barrel on my like that." Although we have lots of voice recordings of Dylan for other things, that I just keep personally. But I feel like I don't know, but Nick, it started with Nick because me and Haley used to make fun of Nick because I'm gonna have to stand up to demonstrate this.
Oh
Nick
boy.
used to stand like this in scenes. He used to like get his hands like as high up into his armpits as he could, and he used to just stand like this. And so me and Haley would like stand behind him and like do the chicken dance until he eventually noticed and stopped, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, yeah." Well,
And then
Yeah.
he developed his stance of just the constant like this. Like he's constantly thinking about something.
mm-hmm.
And there's sometimes when you look in like old videos, he's like, "Oh," and like his mouth is still open too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
to me, like he was like one of the best at like getting a suggestion and making it like the weirdest way possible, but still relating to what it was.
That's
But
the
you just
beard
don't
stroke.
notice it was like
That
that
was
till
the
like
beard stroke.
2 minutes in.
That's what his beard stroking was. That's all it is.
So I just
All
need
right.
to stroke my imaginary beard.
There you go. Do we have to do a scene, or is us doing impressions good enough?
I have this feeling we should.
All right.
We have a lot. We have a lot of material.
Kyle thought of one, and I thought of one. So I guess it's your turn, Lizzie.
That's awesome.
Yep. See here, put your hand on your beard,
Yeah.
or do a power
That's it.
pose like Ian does.
Power pose.
Power
Right.
pose.
Never understand this whole thing, and then Leah started doing it, and I was like, "What is this?"
It's you know how like crabs evolved in 5 different places across the world. It's the same thing with this pose. Is that there's
Instead of
something
going
in the
like
human
this,
brain.
you're like this.
There's something
just
in the
arms are
human
just down.
brain that makes you get on stage and go like that.
Yes.
So yeah, because I remember a lot of people used to do this, and then we all started, like Matt still does it, but he started doing it to make fun of Ian, and now he just unironically does it.
And now he just does it.
Yeah, so I don't know, because I know everyone's impression of me used to be you squint your eyes and you go,
Mhm.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
yeah, right,
All right.
okay, yeah, right. Yeah.
Because you honestly like said it so much. Like you don't say it as much now, and I don't know if it was related to us making fun of it.
No, I leaned into it. I was like, I'm gonna make everyone's impressions better by acting more like everyone's impressions of me.
I still want to hear your impression of me, but I know I never will.
Of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never will.
Is it because the voice is too quiet, or?
No. Yes, Kyle. Yes.
You just have mouth, like you move your mouth, but nothing comes out, and that's a Lizzie impression.
Boom. Got it.
Guys, I can make my own impression then.
I have my impression of Kyle is not really an impression, but it's just like a phrase that repeats in my head. And this is gonna sound really weird, but my impression of Kyle is really big.
That's
my impression.
that's actually what I did in a scene. I actually did that in a scene.
I know.
was like, oh, what was it? It was what was it like? World? Was
it was
like
World's Worst, and it was like World's Worst IT guy or something. And you
no. It was World's Worst Dating Profile or something like that.
Right.
Something like that. And I was like, really big. Enter.
Did
That
you
phrase,
use it
like,
as
just
like
doesn't
another
mean-
joke and like later in this like the show?
Yes.
I
I
thought
referenced it again
Yes.
later on. I think it was like either my first or second performance. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, something like that. All right, Lizzie, you got something for us?
yes and no, but we'll just wing
Well,
it and
We'll
see what
do
happens.
it.
We'll
It's-
wing with it. Doing it live.
Screw it.
Okay, guys, we got to figure out Friday Night Live. What scenes you guys got?
Oh, I thought I was at Friday Night Lights. Is that down the hall?
Well, you're here now. Pitch
Oh.
something. Come on.
Okay. So what if Chase
Not
asks
stupid.
Daniela
Next.
to the
What if we had a guy in a banana suit being chased by a monkey?
No.
What if
let's split the
Tanner-
two.
What if Tanner sprains his ankle during the homecoming game, and then he can't play anymore, and the coach has to talk him through being injured and what that means for his manhood? I really
Okay.
thought I was at a teenage football show.
No. I like it. But we got to make fun of someone really popular. So who are we making fun of?
We
Well,
can make fun of the coach. We can make fun of the
Brittany's-
coach.
Brittany's part of the popular. I thought this was a high school drama show.
Kid, we're gonna pay you. We're liking it. Get the confidence.
Okay. So then, like, Tanner gets a concussion, and then Christopher Walken. He starts seeing Christopher Walken in his closet at night. So maybe someone else should talk.
Okay, you had me until the closet. Jonathan,
Maybe-
can you help
maybe-
help it out?
Maybe okay. Maybe we can go off of that, and we put Christopher Walken in a banana suit.
What is
Oh.
up with your bananas?
Okay, so like maybe not Christopher Walken. Who's a big celebrity?
Well,
The
you're
Rock?
young and hip.
What?
We already made fun of him 2 weeks ago. Like,
I thought this was a football show.
well, it's gonna be now.
Okay, so Tom Brady gets upset because he like his buddies make fun of him because he had to deflate his blow up doll before the big date to make sure it went well.
What if the blow up doll is the coach of the football game?
Yeah, okay.
And then we could put the blow doll in a banana
In a
suit.
banana suit.
Boom! We got this. Instant hit right there, I say.
Do you want a banana suit?
I mean, isn't that the point? I mean, I may wear a two-piece suit, but I really, really, really just want a banana suit.
I
To
would
be
like
fair, all we
I would-
said for the dress code was that you had to wear a suit.
I
We
would
didn't.
like to
You didn't specify which suit.
I would
No, we
like
did not.
I
You
would
want
like
a banana suit?
I would like to put in my 2 weeks.
But you just got here. You have a gift.
We're
I
ready
was-
to promote you, and you want to put you in your 2 weeks?
I was supposed to be working on a show about teenagers playing football for their high school. And
Yeah,
this is not that.
it
you know,
is now.
I feel very intimidated. The banana suit and the fact that everyone's naked, I was not ready for that.
Birthday suits count as a suit.
Well, I have one more idea.
Yes.
They would never let me do it at Friday Night Lights.
Go
You
on.
want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tanner and Daniel, they've been hanging out in the locker room and they've been having feelings for each other. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then so they go out to a log cabin.
And they get murdered.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so then we have Jason Aldean come out in a banana suit with a knife
No.
and just smash him on the head with his guitar.
I'm sorry, Marcus. You may continue.
No, my name is Jeff.
It's Marcus now.
They go out to the cabin and they go out in the canoe, and Tanner says, "Hey man, nice shorts." And Daniel says, "Thanks. You want to go skinny dipping?" And then they get in the lake and they take their clothes off.
I'm not getting the comedy out of this.
And then they start inching slowly towards each other. We're like hoping the other person doesn't find out
Well,
that they're.
Marcus, you can leave now.
But I didn't get to finish my pitch.
Do
Maybe
they
we could
do
play
it?
off of that.
Well, no, not this time.
Oh.
Do they drown?
No, they get close and they brush up against each other's butts, and then they get embarrassed and get back in the canoe. And that's the end of like part 1 of 21. They really liked this on fanfiction.net.
Marcus, what if we give you your own TV show? And you're the head writer.
Like a romantic comedy, per se. You could do that.
Because I don't think sketch comedy is for you, but you seem very passionate about this. Okay, we'll talk to the producers. We'll get it figured out.
Thank you.
Good.
Okay.
Bye.
I was trying literally so hard not to like burst out in laughter. I was like, oh no. as soon as the line of like, as soon as like the awkward line of just they both get in the lake. And they take their clothes off. I was like, oh no. I was holding back so much laughter. I was like, oh
I wanted to use words I'm not allowed to use.
We all do, man. When we think about Daniel and Tanner in the lake,
yeah,
feeling those feelings that they know are so wrong but feel so right.
And like I was smiling so much, and it's like I had to just do my little like I had to do like I had to open up my whole mouth just like, and then I can go serious. Like it's so weird. It just gets me to stop smiling because then it just relaxes my whole face.
I love the description.
Yeah, that's how it is, honestly.
All right, wonderful. Well, I'm glad that we could all see the glimpse into my Friday Night Lights fanfic. Thank you, Lizzie, for that opportunity.
Glad I could contribute something.
All right, well, I think that does it for us over here at the USD.
Yay.
Just want to add that we don't condone shaking babies or eating things you shouldn't.
Right.
Yes. All this is for comedic purposes. Don't actually do it.
I know it could be misconstrued, but we're taking a hardline stance against baby shaking.
Once again, I'm Lizzie.
I'm Parker.
And I'm Kyle.
Thank you.
Goodbye.